Hello, family. This is a short one. Just want to come on here and talk a little bit about this young man, Michael Williams, the young man that was found in Iowa, burning in a ditch. Black man in Iowa, and this story was missed because of the Breonna murders. Okay, um, it was missed because three officers that were supposed to be brought up on murder charges due to Breonna's death actually got away with murder. So we was kind of preoccupied with that at the moment. Okay, but let's go over this story real quick. And they want to tell us that it's not racially motivated, just like they keep telling us that those hangings are not racially motivated. That black men or black folk are just by chance committing suicide. Me myself, I don't know how to tie a noose, and I don't know how many other black people that know how to tie nooses. Now we do have some. Let me know. But for me and mine, I don't know how to tie a noose. I'm just saying. But yeah, so Michael Brown, no, Michael Lord, I'm calling. It's so many. They kind of running together. I'm sorry, family. Michael Williams was set on fire by four, and I'm gonna show you a picture of these creeps. Let me show you a picture. Lord, I hope y'all can see it. I always do just trying to, I never can get this on my, hold on. Let me see. Oh my goodness, you guys, hold on, let me see. Okay, these are the creeps that, and you, as you can see, they're really creepy looking. Um, I mean, there go to mama. Hold on, let me turn it this way. Maybe we could see it a little better. That's okay. That's them right there. And it's super creepy because these are the people. Gosh, I'm hoping I'm getting this really cool look here. Hold on, you guys. Let me make sure that I'm getting it. Let's try it again. Okay, that's better. Okay, these are the people. Okay, make sure y'all can see little grandpa. And these people look old, but they not that old. Okay, and this happened September 22nd. Okay, and it says not a random act. Four charged in murder of Iowa man found burning in a ditch. Okay. Four people have been charged in connection with the death of Michael Williams, a 41-year-old black man whose burning body was found in a ditch last week, Iowa authorities announced Tuesday. Officers said they believe Williams was strangled on September 12th, and his death was not a random act of violence, and he'd known at least one of the suspects for years. Okay, so that's telling me that they were friends, huh? What did I tell you about calling your friends your enemy's friends? What did I tell you, black family? You guys are gonna get enough of trusting these crackers and calling them friends. And just like you remember the time when the young man, I don't know his name, but he went on a boating trip with his white co-workers. Okay. Now he was a black guy. He was the only one, and it was like six or seven of them, and they went, out boating, and everybody came back but him. Then when they questioned each and every last one of them about what happened, everybody had a different story. But because they say so, nobody got arrested, nobody went to jail, and they're free to murder and get away with it. And then it happened again last year. The same incident happened, but it was with another black guy. I don't know if it was the same guy. Oh, excuse me, same guys or not. But the same scenario happened. But you remember the woman that was also she was at her co-worker's party. It was like a sleepover, and it was like seven or eight of them. And during the middle of the night, she was beaten and raped and killed, and nobody knew what happened. Seriously, but she was the only black out, only black at the sleepover. And you can see her just laying her little head on her little friend's shoulder, who she thought she was buddies with. And that's what they do. They fake and shake, honey. And before long, they got a knife in their hand and they stabbing you, and you looking like, what happened? I thought we were friends. Stop calling your enemies friends. Let me continue. The officers said they believe Williams was strangled on September 12th, and the death was not a random act of violence. And he'd known at least one of the suspects for years. Okay, I don't know which one he knew. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation said four suspects: Stephen Vogel, 31, Julia Cox, 55, Ron Gardner, 57, and Cody Johnson, 29, have been charged in connection with Williams' death. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I just saw these pictures of Miss Julia Cox, it was the only woman. If you go back in the video, she looked a whole lot older than 55. And Roy Gardner, he looks a whole lot older than 57. Sometimes these people look like they about 77 and 80. I'm telling you, Julia looked like she's about in her 80s, okay? You talking about 55. She looked, that picture I just showed you. Let me look up here again. This woman here don't look no 55. Let me show you a little old tail. Look at that. Does she look 55 to you? And the guy right here, they say he's 57. The dude right, let me see. The dude right here, they say he's 50. I can't, right there. They say he's 57. He don't look 57 to me. I'm just saying. Okay. So let's see. Let's continue reading. Okay. Have been charged in connection with Williams' death. Now, this is the black guy that was found in Iowa burning in a ditch that they say that's not racially connected. Okay, whatever you say. You piss on me and tell me it's raining. Okay, whatever. Vogel, who is described as a known acquaintance of Williams, has been charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse, while the other three face charges of abuse of a corpse, destruction of evidence, and accessory after the fact. All four individuals are currently in police custody. Okay, let's see how much time they're going to get. We all know how this go, right? We already know he was staying with them or whatever. But let's keep reading. I'm not going to speculate. Micheal was killed in Grinnell on or about September 12th, okay, 2020. Micheal's body was then wrapped in cloth, plastic, and carpet, which was secured to him by rope and duct tape. Okay, he was then taken to a rural Kellogg, that's what they call it, Kellogg, on the afternoon of September 16th, where he was set ablaze. Okay, Iowa DCI Special Agent Adam DeCamp said during a Tuesday press conference announcing the charges. He added that no evidence has been found to show the acts against Micheal Williams were motivated by his race. Hold up. Let me read that again. He added that no evidence has been found to show the acts against Micheal Williams were motivated by his race. What evidence would he be looking for to know? What did they want them to scrape the black off or something? What evidence are they talking about? What evidence could he be looking for? I don't understand. He said no evidence has been found to show the acts against Micheal Williams were motivated by his race. I don't understand what evidence was he looking for? I don't get it. What could you look for? I mean, he's black in Iowa. There are four white people. You know the racial tension is off the chain in America. That right there should have been enough to say, okay, this had to be racially motivated. But here we go again. People hanging on trees is suicide, right? Black folk hanging on trees is suicide. Okay. While the motive behind the gruesome slaying remains unclear, Grinnell Police Chief Dennis Rowley said that at least one of the suspects had known Williams for years. Those are some good friends, huh? Y'all better quit being friends with these crackers. We done told you over and over. God say, come from among, be ye separate, and y'all keep trying to date them. You keep trying to marry him. You keep trying to live with them. That's just like, it reminds me of the story of the young girl from Africa that was living with the black guy that was hung she was hung, they said committed suicide, and she was in her garage for 3 days, and in the garage was like 100 degrees, so I'm sure he didn't smell her. But because the guy said, oh, her family had disowned her and she was going through some bipolar issues, and because he said so, he wasn't investigated. I'm just saying. I told y'all, keep on messing with these crackers. Okay. Our mission from the very beginning, and that will continue to be, bring justice for Mike and justice for his family. Okay, whatever. I just want to be clear to say this was not a random act of violence. Those responsible for his hideous act knew each other. Okay, that's okay. They might have knew each other, but still doesn't say. You know how some people in a family, a white family, the daughter may be dating a black guy and she's okay with him, but the brother is not. Remember the dude that the girl he killed, and this was the Ohio. I think this was the guy in Ohio that he shot up the nightclub. Remember, his sister was dating a black guy, and he killed the sister and the black guy. That's how these families do. If they don't like you hanging around somebody black, I'm surprised he didn't kill. Whoever didn't kill the guy that he was friends with, or did they? I'm just, I have to look at this and say, okay, why is it that they're telling me that it's not racially motivated when we know the atmosphere in America is horrible? Okay. So, these family members, if I like you and others don't in my family, they'll kill you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Let me read that. Yeah, he thought they was friends. Okay. They've been playing. You remember the girl that was dating the guy, the black girl that was dating the guy, and she found some emails that he was saying about her to his friends. Y'all, I'm telling you, stop. Y'all need to stop calling these folks friends now. Okay, keep on. Let me keep going. Jasper County officer found Williams' body burning, okay, just after 5:30 p.m. on September 16th while responding to a report about a roadside ditch fire in Kellogg, about an hour outside of Des Moines, Iowa. Now, what was this black man doing down here? Y'all come from these rural areas where ain't number white folk. Stop. Y'all come from, why y'all out there? What are you doing? You're so busy trying to run away from your own. You done went around a bunch of hoodlums and murderers. Okay, these thug terrorists. Come on, you guys. Let's call them what they are. They're murderers. All of them. I ain't seen one that's not. They may laugh in your face, but when it comes down to it, they still will kill you and get away with it. And they know it. So whatever. The medical examiner ruled Williams' death a homicide, and the evidence was consistent with strangulation. Okay, DeCamp said. The news of the four arrested came just one day after Williams' family spoke out about his death, expressing their hope for justice and their desire to bury the 41-year-old back home in upstate New York. Once the investigation is complete. So he lived in New York, and I guess he came, so was living in Iowa. Okay, all we want was for him to come home. Now we have to bring him home in the worst possible state, his Aunt Paula Terrell said in an interview with the whatever Diaz whatever newspaper that is. We will fight for justice. This is our family's mission, no matter what. We will fight for his legacy to be remembered as who he was, a loving, kind, gentle giant who loved his family, who loved his children. Okay, he loved it, and who loved white folk and called them friends. Okay, it is really kind of dark in here, you guys. Hold on, hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me kind of hold on. I gotta turn on the light. Y'all bear with me. Bear with me, you guys. It's just a little bit dark in here to me. I'm sorry, you guys. It was a little too dark. I couldn't read. Okay, that looks better. Ooh, let there be light. Terrell added that Williams moved. Okay, listen to this. Okay, moved to Grinnell about 12 years ago from his native Syracuse over the last decade. The father of five worked at several fast food restaurants, but was recently unemployed after his diabetes worsened. Okay, so where was he living? Okay, was he living with those people? Okay, where was he living while he was unemployed? Trying to get his diabetes under wraps. Okay, while Williams would check in with his family on a daily basis, his aunt said he stopped calling on September 12th, 2 days after his birthday. 4 days later, authorities found Williams' body in the 8100 block of North 67th Avenue, east of Kellogg. DeCamp said Tuesday that Williams was held for days at a home, on Spring Street before he was murdered and dumped about 20 minutes away in a roadside ditch. Okay, hold on. Let me read that again. DeCamp said Tuesday that Williams was held for days at a home. Okay, so why was he being held at this home? What is okay? They're not giving us any details. Okay, on Spring Street before he was murdered and dumped about 20 minutes away in the roadside ditch. According to the criminal complaint obtained by the Daily Beast, a witness told law enforcement on September 17th that Stephen Vogel killed Micheal Williams. Okay, and that they had seen his body. What do you mean you seen his body? Okay, hold on. Hold on. A witness told law enforcement on September 17th that Stephen Vogel killed Micheal Williams and that they had seen his body. But nobody went to the cops to say anything. You see how them crackers stick together? This is what Black folk need to understand. What was your last comment? Y'all better, I'm telling you. So he was showing people the body. Okay. They said they had seen his body wrapped up in the basement. You mean he was living in what? See, what, you know what? My question, what manner of people are we dealing with, you guys? Can you, me, myself, if I kill somebody or if somebody kills somebody and they come and show me a body, how are you living in the same house and that body is downstairs dead? How are you living? How does that work? You know what? Y'all ain't gonna tell me these folk not dysfunctional. Y'all not gonna keep telling me that they normal. These demons are not normal. These are the devil's children. I keep saying that, and people keep thinking I'm crazy, but these are Satan's children. I'm telling you, remember the young woman who killed the 2-year-old daughter that stuffed her in the trunk, and the mom was and she was riding around town with the little girl in the trunk, and the mom said, "What is that smell?" And she made up some on lie, but the baby was in the back seat. Not in the back seat, but the baby was in the trunk. I'm just saying, what manner of people are we dealing with? What manner of people? Okay, so then he said wrapped up in the basement at Vago's mother's house. Now the body was at the mama's house. Do you not believe the mama didn't know the body was down there? Does the mom not go in the basement or what? I'm just saying. I know everything's going on in my house. On September 17th, authorities executed a search warrant of 1203 Spring Street, where Vigo Cox and Gardner reside. At the home, investigators found a 1999 Dodge Dakota, which Gardner admitted he'd driven one day prior to a rural area near a bridge that had a guardrail so he could dump something in a ditch. Okay. Roy Gardner said Julia Cox and Stephen Vogel were with him, the complaint states. Roy Gardner and Julia Cox and Steve got out of his truck and pulled a roll of carpet out of the bed into the road. Roy said Steve then pulled the roll of carpet down into the ditch. Hold on, you got all of these people helping this boy. So they are an accessory. So let me ask you a question. Why were they not all charged? Because they all had a hand in it. Okay. If your son, now you know we Black. If my son come to me and say, "Mom, help me, to get rid of this body," you see how they stick together. No matter what, they stick together. No matter what. All of them had a hand in this man's death. Roy Gardner and Julia Cox and Steve were with him, the complaint states. Roy, Julia, and Steve got out of the truck and pulled the roll of carpet out of the bed onto the road. Roy and Steve then pulled the roll of carpet down into the ditch. Gardner told authorities he then drove Vogel to Marshalltown and dropped him off at one of his sister's homes before he and Cox went to a rural area in Tama County to dump some other items in a ditch, including plywood, carpet, bleach, bottles, rubber glove. Oh, so they even killed the man and all the other stuff they stashed somewhere else. Okay. In a police interview, Cox, who appears to be Vogel's mom, admitted she was aware there was a long object covered with brown blankets in the bedroom in her basement. So she saw this. Okay. She said Vogel loaded the object into Gardner's car before the trio went to Casey's West in Grinnell, where the 31-year-old purchased a purchased fuel with cash. Okay, so she took him to the gas station. He purchased the gas with the, he purchased the gas, but she drove him there. Okay, the three were then went to a rural area where she said she helped Vogel pull the object out of the trunk, the truck, and into a ditch. So she helped her son. You're helping your son commit murder. Then you set fire. You took him to the station to go and buy gas. He buying gas. You know what he's gonna do with the gas? Then he's gonna do what? Let's keep reading. Julia Cox said the smell was making her sick. I guess so. The man had been dead since the what? The 12th, and this is 16th. Okay, you should have. Yeah, okay. On the 18th, authorities interviewed Johnson, who said Vogel had asked for a ride back to his home on September 13th. At that point, Vogel told him Micheal Williams was in the basement, Johnson told police. The complaint states that when the pair arrived at Vogel's house, they went to the basement and Johnson observed the feet of Micheal Williams, who was wrapped up in something. Cody Johnson said that Steve told him that he had clubbed Micheal Williams. The complaint reads. Clubbed him? What? But why? It's not, you're not telling me why. Cody Johnson told law enforcement that a couple days later, on September 15th, Steve Vogel came back to his house and wanted to obtain drugs in exchange for help to get Micheal Williams out of his basement. Court documents allege. Another witness later told authorities he had gone over to Vogel's house on September 18th and saw Williams' body under a mattress in the basement. That witness also said Vogel had admitted to strangling the 41-year-old, according to the complaint. We still don't know why. Why? Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for, yeah, thank you, you guys. Let me see what else happened. Okay, let's see. Okay, they're still not telling us why. Why? Brother Maurice, welcome. Welcome. Okay, let's see what's good. What else is going on? Another witness later told authorities he had gone over to Vogel's house on September 18th and saw Williams' body under a mattress. He left it. Now the man been missing since the 12th, so obviously he's been dead since the 12th. This is what I keep telling y'all, black folk. Y'all better stop calling these white folk friends. I'm telling you. Okay, so he saw the body under the mattress. That witness also said Vogel had admitted to strangling the 41-year-old, according to the complaint. Multiple agencies including the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation and the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, are involved in the investigation, which prompted a local college to cancel classes on Monday to raise awareness for racial injustice. But wait a minute. Why are we raising racial injustice when you just said it wasn't racially motivated? So somebody lying again, okay? Somebody lying somewhere. They still didn't tell us why. Why was the man killed? Where was he living at the time of his unemployment? What did the dude kill him for? What did you strangle him for? Drugs, maybe? I don't know. Let's read some more. Betty Andrews, president of Iowa, Nebraska, NAACP. Now, I'd like for some. I wish I could pull Betty Andrews' picture up. She's the president of the Iowa, Nebraska NAACP State Area Conference of Branches. Stressed Tuesday, while it is understandably that having the body of an African American found burning in a small town in Iowa will raise several red flags and concerns, the organization sees no indication. Oh my God. Ooh, okay. I'm so sick of your cousin. I'm sick of these black folk that's sitting up here acting crazy. Okay, no indication that Mr. Williams was targeted because of his race. Well, what indication are you looking for, Betty? What indication is she looking for? She says she's the president of the NAACP. This is what's wrong with black folk today. I wish I could pull up her picture without losing my place here. Let me see how much more I gotta read. I'm gonna finish reading this, but I'm pulling up Betty's picture. This Betty Andrews. I'm writing her down because I want to see what color this woman is, because I'm so sick of your cousins sitting up here talking about she don't see a reason that it could be indicated that it was racially that it was a racial incident. What do you mean by that? He's in Iowa. He's burned. He's in a basement of some four white rednecks. So what other reason could it be? What, he didn't give them what? He didn't have the money because he was unemployed. So what reason could it have been? I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, given that the current climate where racial injustice is on the front burner for so many, we understand the fear this kind of incident evokes, Andrew said. I'm pulling her up because this woman, you know what, even with the culture that we're looking at today, for her to sit here and say that, and she's on the NAACP, but she's trying to tell us it had nothing to do with race. When you're dealing with them crackers, it's always about race, always. So I'm sick of these black folks sitting up here telling us that, you know, I'm pissing on you, but it's rain. No, what in the world? Oh, let me look up her. I got to see who this Betty is here. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute, because I'm about sick of your cousins. I'm about sick of her. I'm gonna have to write her a letter. Of the NAACP. I got to see this word woman. NAACP director. I think she was the director. Let me go see. Let me see who this Betty is. Dang, I may not be able to get a picture of her, but I'm gonna show try y'all, because I'm so sick of people sitting up there. And this is what's wrong with black folk. When stuff like this happen, they don't call it out. So white folks think they're getting away with murder. No, you look at this. Look at, I almost said something. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm gonna show you her picture. Let me show you her picture. I'm gonna show you her picture. Look at this heifer here. I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me, but I'm gonna show you this. I don't even know what to call her right now. Let me get my look at this. Look at this. This is her. This is her. This one of them coons. This got to be Daniel Cameron's sister. Can y'all see her? I'm so sick of these coons. President of the Iowa, Nebraska NAACP State Conference of Branches. I'm sick of her. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm getting ready to write her a letter. I'm gonna write her a nice little tweet today, because I'm so tired of black folk not calling this stuff out like they supposed to. This is why we can't get no justice. This is why these white folk getting off for murder, because black folk want to ignore what's right in front of your face. That's why people are telling us, well, you know, we being hanged, you know, black folk being found on trees, but then black folk being found on trees, but I don't know how to tie a noose. Do you, Brother Maurice, know how to tie a noose? What about you, D? I'm so sick of these black coons sitting up here, won't call stuff out. This is why white folk keep doing stuff to us, because we so scared to be labeled as racist. I don't care what the hell you call me. You call me what you want to. My thing is, every time something happens that I know that's right in front of my face, I'm gonna call it out, because it's supposed to be called out. And until we get to the point where we calling these crackers out for what it really is, they're going to keep on doing stuff. They're going to keep on murdering us and getting away with it until we start calling them out. You got this woman right here. Yo, look like you, look like me, black as night, but you want to sit up here and tell me it's not racially? This is what happened when you're around white folk all the time. Daniel Cameron, he's married to Mitch McConnell's daughter, okay? This is the Breonna's whatever. That probably didn't even, I would love to understand the case. Now, we know Daniel presented it to the grand jury, right? But he didn't want to, remember that, right? So what did he say when he was presenting Breonna's case to the grand jury? He already, I don't even think he mentioned the other two police officers. He couldn't, okay? And from what I'm understanding, the bullet that Kenneth shot didn't even hit the police officer. One of his officers hit him. And don't forget, 18 months ago, the same officers did another, the same thing happened. They went to another couple's house, another black couple's house 18 months ago. And the same thing, it was the wrong address, but nobody died. So it wasn't in the news. So my thing is, you've been jacking up all this time and nobody's holding you accountable? I know what I would have did with that $12 million. Thank you. But I would have took care of some business. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of what I'm seeing. I've had enough. I'm so sick of this. Oh, we're going to send her a message. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to send her a message, because I'm sick of these coons. Her name is Betty Andrews. She's the president of Iowa, Nebraska, NAACP. How are you president of a NAACP and you can't even call nothing out? I am so sick and tired of these black folk. They need to be taken to the back of the alley. You remember back in the day? We handled people, didn't we? We took their behinds to the back of the house and we beat the hell out of them and we kept on moving. We told them, this is what's going to happen if you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're going to sit up here and tell us that it's raining. They peeing on us, but it's rain. No, it's not. I'm so sick of this. Y'all black folk better stop messing around with these white folk. Then you turn around and marry them. Y'all about the biggest dummies. You're creating your demise. You are helping them to kill your own culture by having babies with these crackers. You're marrying these white women or white men. I'm getting on the black women too. Y'all marrying these crackers and having these mixed babies. Okay, that's not going to marry their another black. They're going to probably marry somebody white because you're raising them white. Because when we as black folk get with white folk, we tend to want to act like them. We tend to want to integrate in their family. We don't bring them around ours, and we don't allow them to integrate with our family. We want to integrate with them because you already got an issue with being black in the first place. So guess what? That baby you just had, that you just created an enemy for my granddaughter, now that child is going to marry somebody white. 3 generations, dummies, you guys white yourself out. So that's what is going on right now in the black community. This is why they got pictures of black and white couples, because they know they have low birth rates, low sperm count, and they will be gone by 2040. And we helping them to survive. Y'all about the biggest dummies. Every black man out there that's dating a white woman, you are an idiot. Every African woman that's with a Chinese man, you are an idiot. Every black woman that's with a white guy, you are an idiot. And anybody black that have friends that call Becky your best friend, you are an even bigger idiot. I'm just saying, you don't like it? Too bad. Email me, hardtruths12@gmail.com. That is my email. And I wish you would, because I'm sick of y'all black dummies acting stupid. You guys know better. You are helping them to kill your genocide your own. That's crazy. I'm so tired of this. Daniel Cameron, if I was a man, I'm just saying, if I was a man, I would have to go to jail for him, because I'm sick of men like him. Put a bag over his head and go take him to the back room and just do what you need to do, because it just makes no sense. And not only did they do that, but they tried to get him, Daniel, what was the other guy? Thomas, the DA. I think he's the prosecutor that was trying to get her boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, the drug dealer or whatever. Now you guys can't even put that on Brianna, because you don't even know if she knew he was a drug dealer, because maybe she didn't know and then she broke it off or whatever. That's what it looks like, maybe. But she wasn't with him when she died. I had a guy that came on my page that asked me, well, what was she doing when the police shot her? I said she was sleeping, but he was trying to be funny. Was she drunk? What did he say? Was she dumping drugs? No, idiot. She was asleep. Everybody always trying to be funny. These white folk always trying to be funny about when we die. That's why when something happened to them, I get on there and say, I don't feel nothing. I need the whole story. Too bad, like we had 2 cops. One cop found out that the one cop last night in Louisville, he ended up shooting himself and then was trying to blame somebody black for it, which he should have shot himself in the right spot. I'm just mad because he didn't do it right. If you're gonna shoot yourself, at least shoot yourself in the right spot. Don't just, bleed. Just don't bleed a little bit. Get a vein or an artery or something. Just relieve everybody. So you have to understand right now, for us not to be defunding the police or dismantling the police is very sickening, because we all know that they lie. They lie like dogs. If we could actually go in their background and see how many people actually have went to jail because of a lie that they told, but we've been believing them, and people have been believing them for years. Just like you seen one man came out of jail recently. He was in jail 44 years for rape. 44 years for rape that he did not commit. Tell me why somebody is getting 44 years for rape. When you have Brianna, what them men, police officers didn't even get no time. You went in this girl's house in the middle of a night and lied, because Daniel lied and said they knocked. Why the hell would you knock when you got a no-knock warrant? That makes no sense to me. Why are you knocking? You have a no-knock warrant. You know and I know that no police officer knocked. They're not going to knock. They can't. They won't. That's why they got a no-knock warrant. So you had somebody, a witness, that told you that they heard them say that they knocked. But how many times did you question that witness? Somebody said they questioned their witness several times, and then the witness changed the story. So they had to get somebody to say, oh yeah, we heard them announce themselves. But I remember when they was reporting it, they reported it first that they knocked and said, announced themselves. Then they reported again that they did not report or announce themselves. So which one is it? And then they said that the postmaster, which is a lie, because I'm gonna tell you for real, the postmaster is not going to. No, the postmaster did not give them an okay and say it was drugs being sent to that house. That's a lie. So Daniel Cameron lied about a lot of stuff. He lied about a lot of stuff. So, but that doesn't surprise me because you see more and more officers, and you see what we're dealing with, and these people say that they here to protect and serve who? We don't need them protecting us. We don't need them serving in our communities. We need them to go to the white communities and you serve up there and give us our, oh, we can police ourselves. We don't need you coming in our communities to police anything. But in the meantime, you guys, I did not want to stay on here a whole long time. I just wanted to get in and get out and talk about my boy, Micheal Williams, because he didn't know who his friends were, because he didn't recognize his enemies from his friends, and he called the wrong people friends. He's dead today. And it's going to happen to a whole lot of black folk because we want a kumbaya. But if we really think about it, their history is not a history that you need to trust. Their history is a history of abusing black folk, a history of cutting babies out of our stomachs, a history of feeding our babies to alligators, a history of molesting our children, a history of molesting their own children. So you know they're molesting their own and sleep with their own dogs. You know what they're doing to us. I'm just saying, you guys stop trusting these devils. They're devils. These are Satan's children, Nephilim's children. Remember the Nephilims that God threw out of heaven to the earth and they made babies with man? Those are their children. Those are devil's children. Those are Satan's children. So if you lay next to one, you better sleep with one eye open, because that devil right there gonna get you. And if you friends with one, when you're not safe and when you can't be trusted, they're gonna do you like they did Bill Cosby. Ask Bill Cosby. Ask Bill Cosby. He thought him and OJ, they thought they had it going on with the white folk, didn't they? They thought they had it in. And ask Oprah too, because Oprah gonna get hers too. When them crackers get done using Oprah, guess what? They're gonna do her the same way. So I just look at people, you safe. If you're safe, you got a lot of white friends. I don't have no white friends because I don't tolerate them. I don't need them. I don't need that around me. And if you do have white friends around you, you better be very careful because they are not history. Our history tells us all the time that they can't be trusted. We know they can't be trusted. History shows you that. If you can't learn from your history, you bound to repeat some stuff. Okay, black people, we bound to repeat some stuff. But right now, we ought to be tired of saying, we ought to be tired of what we're seeing. We ought to be so tired right now that that bubble is about to bust. I don't care what nobody say. That bubble is, I mean, it's getting, you know how you blow up a balloon and you can see it just, and you know it's gonna bust. That's what we doing right now. That's what black folk right now. We are so angry and so anxious and so frustrated. We are about ready to bust. And when we do, yes. And when we bust, it's not going to be pretty. I'll tell everybody, you practice your Second Amendment, get your passport, practice your Second Amendment, you guys. Practice your Second Amendment. Get your box of bullets, get your bullets every time you can. You put your hand every time you can. Right now, bullets are like really super expensive in some places. But if you can, every day, every week, get your pack of bullets. I'm telling you, you'd be crazy you'd be out of your mind to walk around right now without something to protect you. You'd be absolutely out of your mind, black man, if you can and not have a Sally with you. I ain't gonna say that because I don't want y'all to think if you can't don't have your heat with you, you're out of your mind. You need to be able to protect yourself. I'd rather be able to protect myself and live than me to be dead when I could have protected myself, like Aubrey. I just feel horrible for him. He's running, jogging, he didn't have help, didn't have, seemed like he didn't have a cell phone. He had nothing, no help. All them houses, and he couldn't go to one house to get help. That's the sad part about it. But this is what happened when we pull our guards down and think our enemies are our friends. Because we get so comfortable that we got a boatload of white folks smiling and grinning in your face. But when it come down to you and them, guess who they're gonna choose? Sally. They're not gonna choose you. They're gonna choose the next Karen to go against you. So that's how they're not your friends. So we need to start recognizing who is our friends, who is our enemies, and who we can trust and who we cannot. And they are not somebody. And if you're dating one, you need to get out because you're supposed to be with them anyway. And the word says that Deuteronomy 7 tells you about being unequally yoked, and that is you're unequally yoked. It's almost like you're with a beast, you're with a Neanderthal, you're with an animal. So why would you want to be with an animal? You can go out there and be with your dog before you be with that. I'm just saying, why would you want to be with something that's not even human? They're horrible. Their heart. Why'd you think Jacob? Why'd you think God said, Jacob, I loved it, Esau, I hated? It was Esau's heart. People don't understand that. You don't understand the word. It was his heart. It wasn't about he hated Esau as a person. He hated his heart because he knew Esau. He knew what kind of heart Esau had. And Esau was the devil. He knew that. But we have to begin to come together as a group of people, and we have to protect, and we have to look out, and we have to be and have each other's backs, you guys. And that's not what we have. No, we're not free. Not at all. We're not free. But you have some black folk that say they are. They say, "Oh, we have." I had a guy tell me the other day, "Oh, we as black folk, we've come a long way. We can do whatever we want right now." I looked. I had to walk away because if you talking like that, I'm not even gonna get my blood pressure raised up no more. I don't even care. I'm not gonna do it. But I do appreciate everybody that tuned in. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. Like and share, like and share, like and share. And you know we're here. We try to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This day was just a little extra because I read this story and I don't believe that it was out. Yeah, but people, I had to come on just to. This story kind of got missed, and I feel really bad for Micheal because he didn't know his friends from his enemies, which is sad. And he lost his life because of it. Why he went to Iowa, I have no idea. Why would you leave New York and you really thought you had it in with the white folk, huh? That it cost you his life. It cost him his life, not knowing who his friends and enemies are. So, family, we need to understand we are all we got, and if we can't count on each other, and Cameron needs his behind beat down. I'm just saying because they are training him. And I seen us one more thing. I seen where they're trying to get him to become one of those judges. And I believe that he had to prove himself to Trump. And now Trump is looking at him as to replace him to be one of those judges. I mean, I guess because they got Clarence Thomas on there. He's black, but he ain't black. He looked like us, but he ain't us. He been a black man, a white man in a black man's body for a long time. Okay, um, and they're grooming him for that circuit judge. Okay, that Trump is picking. They said he's one of the candidates, so he had to prove himself before he got that judgeship. But I'm praying that he will never in life hold another public office, never in life. And I think he had a prosecutor. I want to say Tim Wines. Okay, I want to say Tim Wines was the one that told Brianna, the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend of Brianna, that all he had to do was say that she was accomplice with him in the drug trafficking, and he had a 10-year sentence and he would drop the charges just like that. These that's how these devils act in law enforcement. This is how our prosecutors and our DAs, that's how they do business. But it's okay because before everything is over with, what you do in the dark will come to light. But I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much. And with that said, you guys have an amazing day. Rest of your week. Have a great, safe weekend, you guys. Practice your Second Amendment and watch your environment, watch your surroundings. Peace, family.